your history tells that, okay, maybe you're diabetic or probably something else, because he also mentioned that, I mean, diabetes and hypertension, right?
Yeah, goes hand in
hand in hand. So they just don't know which one works for you. I think I'm doing great as a nurse. I haven't been a nurse in a while. So yeah, I've resumed work. Okay, so yeah, that's it. Well, so you can keep your calls coming in, and then I'll check my socials and then see if we have some questions coming through. And yeah, so can children get diabetes? I think we spoke about that the last time.
Yeah,
right?
we mentioned that the last
Children could get that.
Do you remember?
Yes, I remember that children can get it, but don't ask me too much. Yes, if there is a history, and then if there is it gestational diabetes? Is that
so that's for pregnant women.
That's for pregnant women.
Yeah.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, so we mentioned that type 1 diabetes children can get type 1 because your organ is not producing.
Okay.
And that's what we usually see in childhood, right? And then with type 2, it's more of the young adults. And, but guess what? Nowadays, children are actually found to be having type 2 due to obesity, and the kind of meal that they eat now. So we realize that childhood obesity is a risk factor for having a type 2, which is something that we used to see in the young adult and the elderly, but now because kids now eat whatever they want to eat,
we need to address this. Let's talk about
it's actually,
it,
something that is now on the rise.
So this is it. Hi, parent. I know you love your child. And I also love very chubby children. I mean, people actually would invest in the weight of their children to make it like, oh, okay, so if your child looks all lanky, it's like, it's malnutrition or malnourished. But then the child is chubby and everything. And for parents that love your children so much, you want to be guided what you give them.
Yeah.
Can you just tell us a few things that parents do wrongly that might literally just take the kids to obesity and all?
Yeah, so basically the kind of food they eat, some children are not controlled, especially when they are in school. They are giving everything they want, ice cream, drink, exactly, biscuits, pastries, all of these things are things that can, cause you to add weight, and all that. And the moment you see that the weight of your child, is going out of hand, you have to control the diet. Some kids who don't exercise find they play. Play is a huge form of exercise when it comes to, kids. Some of them don't allow their kids to exercise, and some of them feel very tired because they're already obese, so they barely exercise, so they play video games. Now with onset of YouTube tablet, so they sit home and they are watching those things that they watch, Cocomelon and Co. So you don't actively see kids playing nowadays with, running, playing football, jumping, skipping, and all those things, because now they're only just watching TV. The screen time is high. So that's living a sedentary life, because when the parent think they're giving them a break time, they're going to watch TV or play a video game, and that would last for, say, an hour or two. Then they go to bed. Then the next day they are going to school in a car. They get to school, they are in class. From class, they're picked up in a car. Back home, freshening up, they are eating again, and then it's break time. They are seated watching TV. So there's really no activity going on to help burn those calories, right? Plus, they give them everything they want to eat, and everything that goes. Like,
the
meal is not
planned.
The meal is not actually planned.
Right.
That, okay, are you having protein? Are you having, carbohydrates, fats? What amount are you also having? Maybe how frequently are you eating? Are you snacking in between? What snack are you having? So we don't watch those things. So now childhood obesity is on the rise, and that is also giving rise to type 2 diabetes in kids, which we used not to see in the past. So yeah.
Wow.
It's a problem.
That this screen time, because every time I talk about screen time, people can like, oh, you're doing a bit much, and we spoke about how this screen time thing just keeps damaging. Dr. Latte, she was telling us how boredom is needed for kids to sort of like get creative with their minds and all of that. And I didn't know that even, just not having an activity as a child contributes to this.
Exactly. Because when kids are not feeling well, one sign we use in telling that they are recovering is when they start playing. You see, because even when a child is sick, the child wants to play.
Yes.
But when the child is very sick, they are very calm and collected. But the moment you see that now you're coming for review and they're jumping on the bed, it's a good sign that you're coming back. So we say, allow the child to be a child. That's all they want to do. They want to play, and it helps. Sometimes they play and then they're all sweaty. That is good for them, good for their hearts. Their heart is pumping more blood, But the moment the only fun they know is TV, laptop, tablets. That's the only fun they know. Now, when you want to play with them, interact with them, let's build, create something, they're not able to think because now all they know is what they saw on TV, right?
Dr. Fiong, so I know that this is not
screen time.
It's not screen time combo, but I want you to just, talking about diabetics and the other effects of just spending so much time on screen. I just wanted to, even if it's just half a minute, tell the parents that are watching right now what they are, I don't even know, what they are probably pushing their kids into, or what they are giving their kids by just giving them so much screen.
So how did we get here? We're talking about diabetes. And we're talking about the risk factors that would propel one to getting diabetes, especially type 2 diabetes. That's if you were not born with it. Now, we mentioned that sedentary lifestyle, dieting, lack of exercise are things that contribute to one getting diabetes. And now you'd notice that with kids nowadays, we barely allow them to play. They barely have time, to play and exercise, and we don't control the kind of meal that they eat. So please, you want to be in check. Control the kind of meal that your child eats. Ensure that your child is not always eating pastries, fizzy drink, and all that. Those would contribute to your child in the long run getting obese and get obesity. That is a risk factor for diabetes. And also, you want to allow the child to be a child. Let a child have some physical interaction, physical play time, as compared to more screen time. Please, we beg you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. For you to add the please, it's because you don't want to have a child who probably starts to, inject insulin and all those things from a young age. That's not a very beautiful life. And and at some points when they grow up, they realize that, maybe it's because of the kind of life that you gave them. I didn't ask for this, They start to ask very serious questions, and then they start to question God. Where is God? And God was not there when you were chewing the chips and all that. So please, let's be measured as parents. We need to take this thing really, really seriously. And then somebody's also asking, can stress raise blood sugar?
Yes, stress actually can. Now, there are some stress hormones that causes the body to break down, something we call glycogen stores to produce sugar. So actually, that's how come we tell you to relax, most of the time. Frequent rest.
Look, in Africa, we can't relax. Which one is the relax? Look, you're on the run. In some parts of Africa, once the bus is going, you're running to catch a bus. Do you get what I mean? We're in a fast-moving economy. We have 24-hour economy. I don't even know when we started. We're working overnight.
No, but the 24-hour economy doesn't mean that one man should work 24 hours. Yes. It means that there should be more jobs for the people. And more jobs for the people mean that if I'm doing 12 hours, my brother who is jobless should now be employed to do the remaining 12 hours.
But whilst you're
so it doesn't mean that I have to do the full 24.
Whilst you're out for 12 hours, your mother is calling you for money, your father is calling for something. You get it? Stress comes from different places. You get what I mean? Some calls you can't pick now. You know I'm saying the truth. Because if you pick it, 5,000 cedis is gone. Do you get what I mean? So stress is coming from different places. How do we manage it so that we don't get into diabetes and all of that?
We have to be intentional about it. You have to be very intentional because what stress does is that like I mentioned, when you are stressed, you produce certain hormones. Now, these hormones cause blood sugar to increase, your blood sugar to increase by breaking down the stores and all that. And now what happens is that, let's say you've been stressed through the whole day and you get home late at night. Now guess what? You are hungry. You go eat something late at night, something probably very heavy. Some people are so stressed that they have meant a particular meal they were craving during the day. They didn't get the time to eat, and now it's night. It's like 11 p.m. They will still eat that meal. So yeah. Stress needs to be managed. Really.
Wow, that's like me right there. I'm saved in the name of Jesus. There's Ajwa on the line. Good morning, Ajwa.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Talk to us.
Yeah, please, I had HIV 98. Then this year, 2020, I had...
Ajwa. Hello, Ajwa.
Yes.
Okay. Please reposition yourself.
Yes, please.
Okay, and then take it slowly so that we can fully hear what you're saying.
Okay. Please, I had HIV 98. Then 2000, then my sugar, when they tested, they said I had diabetes. So taking the diabetes, then another something, 3 medicines. So I've been going to the hospital already. But I want to know if I'm in the house and I want to check my sugar. I don't want to do the needle. What should I do?
If you're in the house and you want to check your sugar level,
I don't want the needle because I have some wounds because of the sugar. So I'm afraid that my hands maybe will get wound because of the needle. So apart from the needle, what should I do?
Oh, okay.
I honestly didn't hear anything.
Okay, so she says that she's been diagnosed with diabetes. She's on medication. She actually mentioned 3 medications that she takes. I don't know if metformin is part of it because I know that one much. And then she said if she's home and she wants to check her blood sugar or something like that, she's supposed to. She's scared that the frequent needling might kind of like aggravate, because we also hear that when you have a wound as a diabetic patient because of the sugar, it just might not heal faster. So, and if she doesn't want to check it the regular way, is there any other way that she can check her blood sugar and not pierce herself or take the blood? And the way they do it, they kind of like take the blood.
There's another way, but if you get a wound that doesn't heal if your blood sugar is not under control. You understand? So it's like a complication of diabetes.
Okay.
Doesn't mean that if I diagnose you with diabetes right now and you have a wound, by checking your blood sugar, it would not heal. That's not what we're talking about.
Okay.
Right. And you notice that even with wound healing, it's more of the distal parts, the part far away from the heart.
Okay.
So that's how come it happens more
at the leg,
at the leg region, more of the distal. So it's called peripheral neuropathy. So it's more at the distal part, especially because you don't feel at a point your nerves might be affected, so you don't feel. You might actually step on a nail and you are bleeding until someone tells you you're actually bleeding. You actually wouldn't know you are bleeding. Do you understand? Yeah. So, but when it comes to the thumb and all that, you can check. But if you are able to get a device, there's a device I mentioned, that they can connect to your skin, and then it gives you the recording on your phone.
Oh.
Yeah, so you open the app on your phone, it tells you your blood sugar at that point in time, T. So if she can actually get that device,
that would be good.
Yeah, that would also be good. So that's one way. Yeah, that would be on there. So if she actually doesn't want to prick, some people are needle shy. You don't want to, you can be needle shy.
Right?
Right. So
I think
you can actually, invest in getting that device that is attached to your skin. Very cute. It looks like the microphone that you're just having attached to your skin. And then you have the app on your phone. So at every time that you open the app, you'd see your blood sugar at that point in time, T.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's pretty great.
Actually invest in
and it's one device for all times, right?
Yeah.
So you don't have to maybe upgrade the thing.
I mean, it's a device. Anything can go wrong. It's like
nothing
like
should go
your
wrong.
TV.
Hey, and I'm thinking of the money that I used to buy the thing, and I'll say that.
So I'm sure those people will be, in charge of giving you how many years warranty that you will last for and all that. And different companies produce it. So
okay.
Yeah.
I see. Are we allowed to mention the name of the machine?
Or if they just say glucose monitoring device.
Okay, glucose monitoring device.
Yeah,
so you can get a glucose monitoring device according to the doctor. Yeah. You can put it on any part of your body, and then it will just literally tell you. There's an app that it connects to on your phone, and it will tell you your blood sugar level. Any time that you check, so that you don't have to go ahead pricking and all of that. But all in all, still get in touch with the hospital, do your regular checks and all that to know what's happening in your body. Doctor, let me take your last words before we go.
Please go for your regular screening. That's what I want to say.
Right.
Go for your regular screening. If you're having no symptoms, at least once in every 6 months, go check yourself out. If you have something that you notice is out of the normal, please go to the hospital. Don't stay home and think about it and go to AI, and diagnose. By the time you get to the hospital, it's late.
Yeah, dead.
Please visit the hospital and get checked. And inform your family and friends to do the same. Thank you.
Alrighty, thank you so much, Doctor. And this is where we draw the curtains for today. My name is Precious Biadola. This has been Wake Up Africa, right here on Dominion TV. Many things coming up. You still want to stay glued to Dominion TV. At 12 o'clock, we'll be praying, part of the 100 Days Fast. And if you're right about now, I think there's going to be Dominion Hour, so you want to be a part of that also. And then at 6 p.m., we'll be joining the Archbishop to pray. Be a part of this, and your spirit life is going to shoot up. And thank you to Matt Share for supporting the morning show. We'll see you tomorrow, ready to fire up again.